Good evening, YouTube. Donald Black American Highlander here, and I'm with you once again. But this time, it's actually starting to cool off in the highlands of southeastern Kentucky, and I still haven't found a suitable sheath for this Hongshoe fighting bowie. Don't ask me why. I was wanting to order a completely different knife when I got that. But if you know anything about me, it's going to be one of those big mouthy ramble ones. I'm going to try to get through it as quickly and as painlessly as possible. If you know me also, you'll know that I love anything vintage, antique, nostalgic, cars, movies, even health and fitness stuff, which brings me to the first part of the video. A while back, I showed you guys the generic Amazon bench I got. I guess it was right at the beginning of the pandemic and whatnot. But somewhere along the line, my beautiful wife and editor, when she edited for me, Roslyn, she needed 4 10-pound plates. So I was in a position I couldn't get those back from her. So everybody that I saw that I knew had anything to do with lifting weights, any kind of fitness, I'd say, hey man, if you run across 4 10-pound plates, let me know, I need them bad. And that went on for a little while. Yeah, I'm a cheap ass too. I would have paid for them, I just didn't want to pay Walmart prices for those slightly off cap plates, but I do get those from time to time. I just got some 25s, but anyway, took a while, and the guy said, yeah, come on up after you get off work and pick them up. I said, really? I said, what do you want from me? He said, would you charge me? I said, no. He said, well, there you are. Go, just come and get them after work. And I had intentions of dropping these 4 off to my wife and get my 4 cap 10 pounds back. But when I saw what the guy gave me, I said, no way, I want to use these myself. And it's simply because it's some old vintage Weider weights. You know what I mean? Joe Weider, the grandfather, father of bodybuilding, brought Arnold over, and Franco Colombo. So I was really excited to get these, and I set up a 5-pound barbell, like on Paris Island, just grab it and just start doing military presses and stuff. And just these things in the cap, the York barbell collars are just really some nice, awesome vintage stuff for me. It makes me smile, makes me think about the good old days when I was younger. This light you see is my tablet, which we'll get to in a minute. For several months, I said it's kind of an interesting story. This machete or whatever the funk it is. To me, it looks like that old, what was it, Camilla's machete I brought on when I first started doing these at the blue table down at the kitchen by the old computer. It probably better than that thing, by the way. That was a piece of crap. Man, it was horrible. But the only thing really interesting about this is on Sunday morning we were coming into work. And I didn't notice it, and I went on by because I had my head on other things. And somebody said, did you see that machete out there? One of the homeless people had left this on the daggone newspaper machines while they were getting their coke or taking a bath with the water hose out at the side of the building, forgot to pick it up. So, and I can honestly say this because I'm probably 100% sure they probably just tweaked out on the meth and just too hyper to remember where it was or even if they had it. So, that's the story of this thing. Now, see if we can move on to the next thing. For months you see me handling this stupid Fairbairn Sykes Commando dagger. What is it, pattern 2? I can't remember. The reason I got this, I don't know why I got into military daggers like World War I, World War II, and I got a couple of pieces in my collection, but I couldn't find a really nice one, so I ended up seeing them in stock for Atlanta Cutlery, and it's windlass Cutlery. And I was telling a friend about it, and he said, oh really, windlass Cutlery? How the fuck should I know? I'm just into this nice stuff for a couple of years now, and I didn't hear anything bad about windlass at that point. But then when the sucker come in the mail, we backtrack. When I told the guy, the friend, what I got made by windlass, he said, well, it's made in India. They're a part of the empire, a colony of the empire, the English Empire, so they should know how to make it, Well, when it came in the mail, I put it out, and it was right then that I was screwed. I said, oh man. And I showed my wife, and I don't know if you can see it here, but if you turn it, it's going to the left this way. And real close to the hilt, you can't see it in this video, but there's a gap between the blade and the hilt here. I showed my wife, and it's even evident with this. Okay, you can see that pretty good, how it's cantered to the side there. And I told my wife that, and she's like, really? And she didn't want to deal with the returns and stuff because you have to deal with friggin' FedEx. FedEx sucks. I hate FedEx. And I figured, you know, I didn't want to deal with it either in case they sold out and it'd take forever to get it back. And I honestly figured I'd be, you know, taking this thing out every now and then and saying, no, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, you know, and me know good well it's crap. So what we do? My wife, we just finally said, yeah, let's do it. We sent emails to Atlanta Cutlery and pictures, and they sent emails back and said we made a decision at no cost to you. We're either going to replace it, give you a refund, whatever. And as far as the damaged or the bad one, do whatever, dispose of it however you see fit. And they sent me this one. It's not perfect. I brought out the Spartan Marine Raider dagger. I mean, they're both in about the same price range, but the quality difference is there as far as the grind lines being even and stuff. But I'd like to thank Kelly C. and Atlanta Cutlery for the swiftly remedying that. They sent out the new one and said to do, you know, get rid of this and however you see fit, but I've not gotten to it yet. But I was going to try to take it apart and either straighten it out and gift it to a friend or put it on the wall behind me somewhere, which would be nice, wouldn't it? Still yet though, even still with the more straight one, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's 100 times better than this when you stab somebody and they go out the right side of their kidneys. I pulled up the stats on these things from Atlanta Cutlery, and the stats are overall 11 3/8, blade length 6 3/4, weight 11 ounces. I'm going to say that's pretty right, correct, the weight. High carbon steel, it's sharpened, leather scabbard, and I don't know what certain restrictions apply, maybe probably not Massachusetts and New York or some crap like that. But I'm going to tell you without getting a tape measure out, even among the same shipment, there is discrepancies in the lengths of the blade and the overall dagger, Fairbairn Sykes Commando dagger. Not very sharp, but I guess these things weren't really supposed to be sharp. Supposedly had a needle point, but you can see this, not very pointy, but it would still do the job if it had to. So again, thank Kelly C. and Atlanta Cutlery for taking care of this swiftly and with good, you know, results. You know, I'm happy with what you guys have done for us. I don't know where to go next. I really got something super here, but I really don't want to get into it tonight. Maybe I should, maybe I should. How about I just show it to you, and then I'll do a little more research on it tomorrow. Now, let's just tell you a story real quick. I don't know how many years ago that a friend of mine, he's more of a brother than a friend. We've been friends that long and just been through that much together. He had a brother that he went to university with, and they went out to pawn shops looking for crap, and they found these two German short swords, and they picked them up for 15 bucks a piece. All right. And he kept telling me about it and said, can I sharpen it or anything like that? And I said, I might be able to send it off and have it sharpened for you, but I'd be afraid to screw it all up. Well, he got me to stop by and check it out one day, and when he first handed it to me, just seeing like this, first thing I thought was bayonet. But, and when I told Eric Hussein about it, sent him pictures, he figured out where it came from, but he thought it was a bayonet too. But this one isn't a bayonet. There's no lugs for it. It's a German short sword. It's made in Germany. Solgen, is that it? Let me see if I can get this company up here. Oh God, give me a minute. If I can find the back of it. Weider something and Solgen. Anyway, they paid $15 a piece for these, right? And I've seen them in worse condition on eBay for $2.15. But this one, I mean, I'm not taking the frog off, but the serial number on the hilt and the scabbard match. It's got the manufacturer's name. I can't pronounce that. It's a combined company, eventually what it was. And what makes this one rare is by order of the Argentine government, before they could export these, they had to remove or deface the Argentine seal, national seal, and this one is perfect. So I think they jacked that price up from $2.15 to something else, wouldn't you? And give you some stats. It's supposed to be used by Argentinian artillery and a little bit of packing grease. Argentinian artillery and Argentine special forces units made in 1909, people. Look at that. I'm telling you. And the reason I have this now is, like I said, the guy that gave it to me is my brother. And he said you would appreciate it and enjoy it more than I would. If something happens that you were to pass away, of course it goes back to him. And if he were to pass away before I do, then, you know, I've got this and the memories we've had over 40-some years of friendship, fights, arguments, whatever, but brotherly love. Yeah, it was labeled as a German short sword or an Argentinian short sword in machete. I want to leave it at that until I can find out some more about it, but I will give you the stats. I'll try to talk loud because they got to look away. You got a blade length of 15 inches. Blade style says single edge machete. The overall length is 20 inches. Cross guard 4 inches. Scabbard length 15.5 inches without the frog. And like I said, I'm not going to take the frog off. But yeah, I definitely get into this more, and I have to say this is probably one of the two most prized pieces in my collection, just not because of what it is, but where it came from. The same as right here. Here, and on up the ladder. Well, we'll get that down some other time. Yeah, I really need to find out some more about this. It's great. I just like how it widens near the end. I guess it may be for, I know it's chopping for machete, but could you imagine a horizontal slash in combat through somebody's chest, like through the ribs? That'd take a pectoral out big time. Alright, let's put this away and we'll try to settle it down. But I will get some more information out to you as soon as I can. I'm really excited about that. Let me move some crap over here. Out of the way. And I got one last thing if I can find something to open it with. Alright. I always tell you guys, you can smoke big and can smoke cheap if you pay attention. Now sometimes you've got to actually pay some money for ship, but you gotta watch the ship and you order from these companies. I'm telling you, look, Cigars.com, Pipes and Cigars, Cigars International, Thompson Cigars. There's another one my wife ordered from me. They're all owned by the same parent company, Scandinavian Tobacco Company. They own everything. thought it was a big deal when Cigars International brought Thompson's out. They already owned it, but it's just, you know, you see what I'm saying? It's owned with Scandinavian Tobacco Corp, but that's not what we're talking about now. Always, people, if you want to smoke, watch the websites. Get the paper catalogs too. They're few and far between, but it just, I don't know, it's something about mind, muscle connection, mind, paper connection. But if you look, they're always, it's an AKC, I love that thing, snappy little bash. They're been to pocket clip somehow, and then in my pocket at work. Speaking of work, I retired from the workforce altogether. I really enjoyed my last gig as an assistant butcher. I loved the skills I learned. Hope to goodness I don't have to put them to use when the fallout happens, you know, but if it does, it does. A little trivia, I'm actually a third generation butcher, but we're not talking about butchery, we're talking about cigars right now. But if you look, sometimes you have to pay the price, but to get extra. Now, Cigars International's always got something going on free when you order like $100 and some bucks worth of product. And everybody, oh, I got $100 worth of product. Yeah, me either. And this thing right here, what is it? Flavor shimmer. What it is. These wine vouchers. It'll be a fucking good, because you can't order wine across state lines or liquor or nothing. Again, boys. Okay. These things right here. These one holding cocktails. You get them in a 30 pack. I've seen these things down to as low as 89 bucks for a wheel of 30. I watched these things go from $99 to currently $129 for the 30 wheel box. And these aren't my everydays, but they are my favorite cigar. And even though I preach smoke big for smoke cheap, sometimes you have to pay the price, you know, but it's okay, it works out in the end. Because you're going to get coupons, you're going to get vouchers, you're going to get Cigar International bucks, plus something called Cigar bucks. There's always, every one of these companies will send you something, brother. You just sit back on it and you add them together. Sometimes you can get multiple deals on the same, you know, order. Next order, you save all this shit up. The coupons, the promo codes. Cigar International's got that wacky deal at the end, man, and that's great. You can get yourself in trouble with that, though. I mean, but I've got some great deals with my wife pushing the buttons for me because there they are. My goodness. That's like mother's milk right there. 30. Oh my goodness. But you say you just sit here and you're paid. Well, you're going in the humidor in a minute. Oh, I'll take you downstairs and smoke you. You just say smoke big, smoke cheap, and you told me you paid full price for them. Yeah. But what I done was order this little tin of Punch Diablo cigarellos, and they pushed me over to Limit to get this thing free. Another Herpador. I thought it was going to be the XL, but that's okay. It's not, you know. A little stiff, but free. I got 4, 5, 6 of these over here in the corner. I think everyone to give me free. You know what I'm saying? Because I keep these as gifts, as, you know, I sell them, I trade them. Use them for gifts to people that smoke sometimes. I put a few cigars in and mail them to them. That's the deal. I would much rather see one of these than those, the little leather things. I don't got mine with me right now, but I do use it every now and then because sometimes I get bougie. But yeah, I always look, there's always a deal no matter what. You'll find something to make it worth it. If you smoke, long ashes to you, my brothers and sisters of the leaf. The old Black American Highland, God, I hope you didn't stay around for 19 friggin' minutes. See you in the next one.